Hey guys, Dan here from Adventure Awakes, and in today's video I want to talk to you about the OneTigris Rock Fortress hot tent. Something I'd been thinking about doing was trying out some winter camping or off-season sort of things, and so I was gifted a hot tent and a wood stove that can go inside of it. What I wanted to do in this video is just kind of give a quick almost unboxing. It's already unboxed, but we haven't used it yet. So let's get right into this. Let's talk a little bit about the weight. This thing weighs in at like 9.2 pounds, including the bag and everything you need to set it up. To me, that doesn't seem too bad, but maybe if you're hiking and you're throwing it in a backpack, that combined with anything else you might be bringing along with you, maybe that's a little too much weight. I'm sure there's other hot tents on the market that would be, you know, lighter weight than this. So in the bag, we've got the tent rolled up, strapped. It just has some tie straps. They're not connected to it in any way. Once you untie it and unroll it, you're going to want to make sure you set those aside somewhere where you know where they are. Maybe just throw them back in the bag. It's got a footprint of about 12.4 feet. It's a 10-sided teepee style tent. As far as the height of the tent, I think it was like 7.9 or 7, you know, something like that. So, you know, it's about an 8-foot tall tent at its peak. The tent has 2 vents in the top. It also has 2 entrances on opposite sides. So that's great for accessing the tent. It also is good for airflow. Like if you were camping in the fall or something, you just wanted to open it up during the day or whatever, you could get airflow through there. There's a hole in the top for the stove jack. So what else is in the bag? It's almost like Christmas again, opening these up. Let's see what's in here. So there's 24 tent stakes. Some of the reviews that I read online indicated that they do bend, especially if you're pounding them into hard ground. So I'm not really sure how durable they are, but I'm only basing that on the reviews that I've read online and not from my own personal use. It also comes with guy lines for tying the tent down. There's 10 guy lines. So it comes with a stove jack. Here's the stove jack. So this you would Velcro onto the tent, and you'd run your stovepipe out through the stove jack. Nice to have these individual bags. Kind of contains all your pieces. So there's just one tent pole that goes up in the center. Again, it's a teepee style tent. So you would just set this up in the center of your tent, and it should hold the tent securely in place. It's supposed to be strong in like high wind. And this I did see in the reviews actually. Somebody complained that under some snow load, their tent pole bent. On the manufacturer's website, they actually recommend if you're camping out in the snow in the winter and it's snowing, and you're getting ice buildup, snow buildup on your tent, you are probably going to want to like clear it off a little bit from time to time. Again, I haven't really experienced that yet. I don't know if that's as simple as just carefully tapping on the inside of your tent, or you just go outside and kind of brush it off a little and then jump back in and warm up again. So they kind of lock in place like that, and you would just kind of stack them all up. And one thing I noticed for the setup instructions, they actually recommended putting the bag over the end of your tent pole when you stand it up in the tent. Before you put the pole in here, put the bag that actually contains the parts of the pole, you put the end of the pole inside of that bag, and then you kind of push that right up into the point here and stand your tent up with the pole and set it right in the middle. Another nice thing about this tent is the carrying bag that comes with it. It's got plenty of room in it. Everything will fit back in there nicely, even if you don't roll it all back up as tight as it was from the manufacturer. They left extra room in the bag, which I find that useful. We've packed up other tents before in the past, and sometimes it takes several people just to hold it closed, but I mean, this one you can just zip it right up nice and easy, and it's all packed up and ready to go. So the tent also comes in 2 different colors. You can get it in coyote brown, which is what this one is, or ranger green. I personally like the coyote brown. I think it'll look nice in the snow and against the forest backdrop. I guess a few more things that I'd like to get into before I try setting this up is some of the reviews that I read online. I'll save you a little time. I mean, you can go on Amazon and read the reviews yourself. First of all, again, it has a solid 4.4 star rating, many 5-star reviews, some 4, some 3, some 2, and some 1 star. The most common issues that I saw in the negative reviews were things like it doesn't sleep 6 people. But when you think about that, you're gonna have a wood stove in there, you're probably gonna have some firewood in there, you're gonna have maybe some gear, and if you have some cots. So I'm thinking, yeah, 2 to 3 people. As you can see, it's fairly spacious. We got 3 cots in here for 3 adult men. It's supposedly a 6-person tent, but if you're using it like in the winter, like it's intended to be used as a hot tent, you're not gonna get 6 people in here at all. But, you know, during the summer months or something, if you wanted to use it as a tent, you could probably fit 6 inflatable cots on the ground and not really have much room to move around. But yeah, you could probably squeeze 6 guys in here. Some of the other more concerning reviews were things like the zipper failing after several times of use. Some people said after 2 times, 3 times, they were seeing zipper fails. Some people mentioned some tears like near the tie-down straps. Some people mentioned leaky seams. But then you read the solid 5-star reviews, and many of the same concerns that people had, people were saying the total opposite about it. That the zippers were well built, that the seams were solid. Take it for what it is. Do your own research if you want. Price point, it's great. I mean, I've seen online where these things range from several hundred up into the thousands, not for this brand, but depending on the different brands that you buy. This one, you're in it for like $290, so that's not a bad price, especially somebody that really wants to just kind of dip their feet in and give it a try and see what they think. You can always upgrade down the road. One thing that I read a lot in the 5-star comments was people going on hunting trips out west or in the Midwest, and they would buy these before their hunting trip and take it with them because it was easy to set up, lightweight. They could put a couple guys in there with a buddy heater or something and keep it warm. Yeah, so I mean, that pretty much covers it. You want to make sure, you know, that you have a wood stove that you can pair with it, which I do have a wood stove too. I was hoping to do a video on that as well. If there's anything I missed in the video, post it in the comments below. If you have any questions, maybe I'll do a follow-up video once we use it. I hope you enjoyed that video, and check out some of our other videos over here. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Cheers. We got a snowplow coming through. You can hear it.